So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for a FIFA 20 video like no other. Now I know you lot like the back of your hand. You've been wondering for years, decades, centuries, how many goals can you score in one FIFA 20 game? It's one of the unanswered questions of time. Probably not, maybe not. I might be exaggerating slightly, but someone has definitely asked that question at some point in time. Today, that very question for whomever asked it is getting answered. We're gonna put the difficulty down low, we're gonna put the sliders in our favor, and we're gonna be trying to score 100 goals in one FIFA 20 game. If you're going to enjoy it, slap a like on the video and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video and it massively helps me out. Without any further ado though, let's get into proceedings. It's only right really that we choose two teams that played out a game that was as one-sided as this one is going to be. Leicester City versus Southampton. Listen, you brought this upon yourselves. 20-minute halves. This is a marathon. Genuinely, this is gonna take ages. But we're ready, lads. Forget about beginner at the top of the screen. This is gonna be the utmost challenging game. Player to watch out for is Jamie Vardy. He has had a very good season, to be fair. Can he add a further 90 goals to his tally in today's game? All right, we're kicking off. This is going to be a rarity, lads. This will be the only time we do this in the whole game. Maddison shoots, and it's a good effort from James, I'll be honest with you. So that's the first goal after 19 seconds. It's fair to say it's been a slow start for Southampton. Literally, all their players are really slow. All right, we go again. Slotted through to Jamie Vardy, and that's two. Tielemans lifts that over the top. The defensive line caught napping. Vardy has a second. The keeper's just watched that go straight past him and has a go at his defenders. So that's the third minute done, and it's 5-0. We're shaping up for a one-sided football match is what I'm trying to say. I feel like you've got to get tighter to your man. I've seen more fight and desire from these Southampton players in the first 4.5 minutes than I saw in the whole real-life game, and they're currently 7-0 down. They're now 8-0 down. It's 8-0. The worst part of this is we haven't even beaten the real-life scoreline yet. I'm not gonna lie, the Southampton fans have made a long trip from the South Coast to the East Midlands. And currently, having played 7 minutes of football, they're losing 12-0. Did Johnny Evans just score a bicycle kick? Nah, the video's done, mate. This whole game has been completed. Why is there a dog? Okay, no, never mind. No, that fully pranged me out. Yeah, there's not many men being marked in the middle. Tielemans, oh my goodness me. Maybe I'm just really bad at the game. In the time that it takes to cook a pizza, we have scored 25 goals in a football match. What the hell just happened there? I just find it astonishing how slow the Southampton players actually are. There's Call of Duty crawlers that move quicker than this. If I had a grand total of 0 legs, I would still run quicker than these guys. Maya Yoshida's been doing the 100 meters this whole game and he still hasn't completed it after 20 minutes. I think at this point, Jamie Vardy is making a serious case for the golden boot as well. Oh my sweet mother of God. There's aeroplanes that travel slower than that ball just went then. Can you imagine someone behind the goal gets hit with one of these strikes? If the ball hits you traveling at this speed, you're going back 3 rungs on your family tree. Right, Jose Perez lifts it over the top. It's not the greatest of balls. Vardy, listen, Jamie, I know you're disappointed, but at the end of the day, it's 41-0. The game is probably beyond doubt. I don't think anyone's gonna remember that miss. You know what, right? I've changed the sliders, but these Southampton players surely still have brains. What is going through their mind during that corner routine? I know they're slow, but... Yo, Maya, you're gonna mark that guy? I mean, I've had a long day, bro. I'm not really feeling it, if you get what I'm saying. Leicester fans still cheering. I mean, come on. Are you really still shocked when the ball goes in? Really? We've brought up the magical 50 and it's taken less than half an hour. He knew what he was doing. It was a brilliant 1-2 from Jamie Vardy. Southampton substitute still warming up on the touchline. Honestly, lads, if I'm you, I'm heading down the tunnel. I'm handing in a transfer request. If my team is losing 55-0 after 34 minutes and I'm not good enough to get in the starting 11, serious questions need to be answered. Wait, what? What is going on?
Leicester City goal.
What the hell just occurred? Yo, I need to see this on the instant replay. Right, so hang on. James Ward-Prowse, right, he's here. He's ready. He's primed to take the kickoff. And he's like, he sees Shay Adams writhing in pain in the background. And he's like, this man looks qualified to take this. So he's like, you know what? Nah, buddy. Jogs off. I don't know what that even is. Shay Adams comes over. He's like, okay, I'll take it. Takes it. It's the most... Meanwhile, James Ward-Prowse is within Oriol Romeu. What is going on here? They're in each other. Mad. No, pause. I didn't mean like that still. The kickoff gets taken. He just gets thrown out of Romeu's body. He goes so far. How has he ended up all the way over there? That is a backhand and a half from Romeu. And look how far Ward-Prowse goes from it. I mean, there's training ground bus stops and then there's that, lads. The keeper has his head in his hands. If you've been beaten 57 times and then that goal comes along, I think you've just got to retire. Hearing reports that Angus Gunn is suffering from a lower back injury from having to consistently pick the ball out of his own net. Half-time is now fast approaching with the scoreline up at 70-0. Another goal for Jamie Vardy. You've got to say it's a pretty vital half-time team talk for the Southampton manager. 5 minutes of additional time in the first half. Does Southampton really need that under the circumstances? It's not like there's been VAR used in this game, is it really? I mean, it's a good job there's not. Could you imagine if there had been? So we've reached half-time. A slightly troublesome first 45 minutes for Southampton means they do go in at the break 79-0 down. A handful for defenders. Jose Perez has 7 goals out of the 79. It's a pretty decent haul. I would argue he is definitely a handful. In fairness to Southampton, the possession is pretty close, so that's at least something for them. Whatever Ralph Hasenhüttl said at half-time, I don't think it's resonating with the Southampton players. Angus Gunn there, happy with himself for that save. At the same time, Angus, you do have to remember you've conceded 90 times in 51 minutes. Let's just calm it down. Only 5 more to go before we hit the big 100. I'm not being funny. If I'm the guy updating the scoreboard at this point, I've gone home, fam. You don't need to be there. We know who's gonna win the game. Oh no, Jamie Vardy could be in trouble here. He's undone all his hard work. It's a red card. You just knew, even with his team leading 97-0, he was gonna find a way to complete some sort of shithousery. Oh my. Jose Perez has been playing up front for 12 seconds and he's just done that. Southampton are on the brink of conceding a 100th goal. It's into Yuri Tielemans and he does the honours. The scoreboard will change. It just about fits in. Leicester City 100, Southampton 0. And yet still this is probably a better performance than what we saw in the real life game. In the time that it takes to watch Holby City, we have scored 108 goals. A futile attempt at a save, it's got to be said. I do feel sorry for Gunn. He's not even done anything wrong. Was he even the goalkeeper in goal for the 9-0? 1-1-1 is the scoreline. I think if I'm Southampton, I'm calling 9-9-9 though. Johnny Evans has scored another bicycle kick. 70 minutes gone, we've broken through the 130 goal barrier. All right, we're looking at 137-0 at the moment. It's still 0-0, lads. You gotta go out and play as normal.
Number 17.
Listen, Yoshida, at least pretend to be interested. I know it's difficult to keep motivation high when you're losing 151-0, but he literally just looked at the ball as it went past. In towards the final few minutes now. We're at 170-0 to be fair. This is actually decent. This has been a strong second half from the boys. As if we even needed. I mean, what were we? 79-0 up at half time? Yeah, just go get another 100 goals, lads. Just really put the game beyond any doubt. As the game comes to an end, Jose Perez is stuck in another. Jose Perez cracks it off the bar, then volleys it in. We've now had the full 5 minutes of injury time. I think Southampton are about to be put out of their suffering. And indeed they are. It's a 183-0 victory in the end. So, minimal margin for error. Out of everyone, indeed, he scored the least. How has he got the match ball? Yeah, 183-0. I think beginner AI may well be a little bit too easy. So in that game, we had 249 shots, 219 on target, and scored 183. Southampton, not quite as good in front of goal. Technically, they didn't have any shots to score from, though. So theoretically, they've got a 100% record there. So the final score then, 183-0. That is, well, from my end, the most goals you can score in one FIFA 20 game. But feel free to try this yourselves at home. You can follow me on Twitter and on Insta. Send me your goes at this challenge, and the next time I do something like this, I'm going to try and do a follow-up on Volta mode. I'll give you guys a shout out and I'll feature those in that video. So if you want to be part of the video, send me those. Follow me over on Twitter and Instagram as well. It's at the official FNG over there. But if you enjoyed the video overall, slap a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to the channel. But it's been a pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a wonderful day, enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.